All right, just update on the 20-foot lumberyard skiff. I had a bunch of rot in it, so I had another video in there while I was cutting it out. I finally got it back together and painted. Uh, Originally, I had started with some rot back here, down in this chine, and I didn't chase it far enough, and it ended up spreading into the bottom of the hull and into the side, so I ended up putting a piece in here. That's what this doubler's for. And then I have about a 1 foot piece that runs from this 2x8 up forward to the next one. And then I just put a large doubler here because the splice is right here, but I stand there, so I just opened it up like that. When I had all this done and I thought I was ready to go, I started prodding around and I found out that this 2x8 here was garbage. It had just sucked up moisture and was soft and had gotten into the plywood, so I ended up cutting out a diamond there. Used 3/4 inch doublers on it, same thing in the hull, and then I cut the chine out and replaced the chine to back past where the splice is. And I also had one small area back there in the corner. Excuse me, you can see where the 4x4 post has been slimmed down as I cut out the rotten area, and I had about maybe a 12x12 piece of bottom and part of the chine again over there I had to change out. All my rot issues have developed from these 2x8s. These are 2x8 construction timbers that came out of Lowe's. The plywood is Georgia Pacific form board. The rot in the plywood has come in every area from the 2x8 that it was butted up to. This is the last bit of rot I found when I was scraping the boat down to paint it. The 2x8 had rotten. The 3/4 inch ply that's 2 layers thick behind it have no rot in it yet. I found that early enough that it was real punky, and I dug it all out. I probably put, I don't know, 10 to 16 ounces of antifreeze in there. I filled it up, and it has drawn it all down, and the antifreeze will kill everything that's in there as far as rot. So hopefully I've got it early enough, and then I'll go ahead and I'll pour that with epoxy probably in another month or so. But yeah, all my rot issues have come out of these 2x8s. And the same thing with that chine over there. Those were either 2x8s or 2x10s, and I ripped them and spliced them together. So if I was going to do this again, I know they say not to build with PT, but I'd go with pressure treated for these 2x8s and for these doublers down here. Find some dry wood or semi-dry PT, bring it home and dry it out and go with it. These chines, this new chine that's in over there, that's PT. The tops here on my rails, this is all PT. And, you know, I found fairly dry wood and let it dry out and then put it on here, and I've had no issues with my rails or anything with, you know, twisting or anything like that. So, yeah, if I was to do this again, I would definitely go for probably some nice dry PT and use that in here in place of this stuff. That or find some good quality wood. But good luck with that in today's economy, unless you're really digging and paying for it. So, all right, that's the update, and be out fishing before long. Cheers.